お嬢様、話を聞いてください。一体。
サクヤ、言う通りになさい。
ですが。
If you're even just a slightly bit into shoot-'em-up games, you might be familiar with the TEH project, a series of bullet hell shooters fully developed by a single guy. As he put rather few restrictions into the use of his characters and universe, it means that we get a ton of fan-made works, including this one, Koumajou Densetsu Ⅱ, Stranger's Requiem, aka The Legend of the Scarlet Devil Castle 2, Stranger's Requiem. By now you've probably noticed that it looks a lot like Castlevania, and even though the creator of the TEH project might be a bit lenient with the use of his characters and universe, I bet Konami is not, so nobody tell them, because this game is actually really good. You play as the knife-wielding maid Sakuya, who returns home to find that her mistress is missing, as well as everyone else in their home. The mysterious Yukari appears, and seemingly up to something, she sends Sakuya on her way, who then discovers that the Scarlet Devil Castle that was destroyed by the end of the first game has mysteriously been rebuilt. And if it sounds like I'm just flinging off character names and lore left and right now, don't worry about it, it's pretty easy to follow even if you don't know who's who.
それで、お寝坊さんがここに何の用かしら。
そうね、その素敵な吸血鬼さんに挨拶に来たのだけど、どうやらご不在のようだったので、代わりに私が留守を預からせてもらったの。
しらじらしい。お嬢様たちがいらっしゃらないのも、あなたが関係しているとでも言っているみたいね。
Sakuya is a slight bit more mobile than any Belmont ever was. You get full air control on her jumps and you can even hover. And the orbs you pick up instead of hearts are so plentiful that you can fling way more daggers than you can in any Castlevania game. The opposition does make up for it, being slightly more aggressive than you see in Castlevania. And the boss fights in particular stick to the bullet hell formula of the original source material. In fact, it's so difficult that I ended up knocking the difficulty down to easy and the life pool up to 20, but I'm still stuck on the final boss who spits out these crazy death laser patterns that you somehow have to squeeze into to survive. One thing I will say though is that the game is incredibly speedy at putting you back into the action, instantly restarting the area on the encounter without any form of loading screen.
Hi. お嬢ちゃん、猫じゃらしはお付きかしら。
そんなもの
いつまで我慢できるかしらね。
このチョコマカと覚えて、このにゃー。
さあ、行くわよ。
Koumajou Densetsu Ⅱ plays a lot like traditional Castlevania, which means it's a straight-up linear experience. You don't have to explore a massive castle and find save points, and there's no sort of equipment management or abilities you can unlock by leveling up. As you defeat each boss, they do join up with you and you can equip them as items on the options screen before starting each level. Now the presentation is fantastic. The developers Frontier have done a fantastic job creating a very Castlevania looking game. even down to reimagining Sun's original characters in the unique style of Ayami Kojima. Now, Koumajou Densetsu might not easily be available on Steam, and the English language in the game is a translation patch. But I'll put a link to both the translation and a place where you can buy the game officially in the description below the video. That package also includes the first game, which is amazingly well done as well, but doesn't have the full quality voice acting that the second game does. If you like Toho, or if you like Castlevania, or if you like both even just a little bit, do check out the Koumajou Densetsu series, they are very cool.